Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into the weeds on organizational security. Specifically, we're looking at privileged access management, PM. We've got this really insightful document here listing 10 signs your PM solution implementation is headed for a disaster.
Yeah, that's a strong title.
It is. And, if you've ever kicked off a big tech project feeling good, but then things just went sideways, this is for you. Let's unpack it.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how often organizations, they mean well, but they stumble on these really basic steps with something as critical as PM.
Right.
It's so much more than just dropping in some software. It's about, strategy, foresight.
So what's our mission today, then?
Our mission really is to give you, the listener, that foresight. Help you spot these common missteps before they happen.
Yeah.
We want to make sure your PM efforts are secure, yes, but also scalable and, crucially, tied into your actual business goals. Avoiding those expensive disasters.
Okay, let's jump straight in. The first red flag.
Yeah.
It seems almost too obvious, but apparently it's common. No clear business objectives.
Yes, the starting point.
The document says implementing PM without knowing why compliance, security, making things run smoother. It just leads to scope creep, no direction, and good luck proving the ROI later.
Exactly. It's like heading off on a road trip without a map or even a destination. What's the point?
So what's the real damage here, beyond just, wasted money?
Well, that's the kicker. It's not just about the budget. When you don't have clear objectives, it actually erodes trust.
Trust? How so?
Trust in IT security across the whole business. If leadership doesn't see a measurable impact, guess what happens next time you need funding for a critical security project?
Right. Uphill battle.
Totally. So fixing this isn't just paperwork. It's defining those key business drivers. Are we doing this for SOX compliance? Are we trying to lock down least privilege access, reduce insider threats? You need concrete goals tied to the bigger business picture from day one.
Makes total sense. And that ties nicely into the next point, doesn't it? Having clear goals helps get people on board, which brings us to sign number 2, lack of executive and stakeholder support.
Oh, absolutely critical.
We've all seen it, right?
Yeah.
If the execs, the key teams, IT, security, compliance folks, if they're not really bought in, PAM just fizzles out. Resistance, budget cuts, things just don't get integrated.
Yeah, it becomes that security thing nobody wants to touch.
So it sounds easy to get buy-in.
Yeah.
But how do you actually build that support, that internal champion network?
That's where the real work comes in. Leadership just being disinterested. That ripples down. Resources dry up. The project loses authority.
We need to educate them.
Educate, yes.
Yeah.
Show them the real risks of not managing privileged access properly. But also, crucially, involve everyone early. CISO, CIO, IT managers, auditors, get them in the room, align expectations.
Okay.
And here's a key tactic. Show quick wins. Find something PAM can fix fast. Solve a pain point, meet a compliance deadline. Those early successes, they build serious momentum.
Right, tangible results. Okay, moving on. Warning sign number 3. No dedicated PAM team.
The expertise question.
Yeah, the document warns, just throwing PAM duties onto existing staff who aren't trained or just relying on the vendor.
Yeah.
That leads to misconfigurations, security holes.
It was.
It really is specialized stuff. But let's be real. A small company might not be able to afford a whole dedicated team. What's the practical move then?
That's a fair challenge. Look, a dedicated team is the gold standard, sure, but the real key is dedicated expertise.
Okay.
So for smaller shops, maybe that means internal champions, people who really get PAM and can focus part of their time on it. And this is non-negotiable, you have to invest in training for them, get them certified.
And vendors.
Definitely work with a trusted vendor or consultant, especially for setup and best practices. They can help you avoid those common, costly mistakes right at the start.
Good point. Now, here's one I think everyone listening can relate to. Number 4, ignoring user experience.
Oh, boy.
If the people who actually need privileged access, your admins, your power users, if they find PAM just slows them down, what happens?
We find a way around it every single time.
Exactly. We've all done it with funky software, right? You find the workaround. So what does that mean for adoption? If it's a pain, security goes out the window.
It completely undermines the whole effort. I actually saw a team once. They built this incredibly complex spreadsheet just to avoid using the official slow system. Efficient for them, maybe, but a huge security nightmare.
Wow.
It just shows that tension, doesn't it, between tight security and how people actually work. Security needs to enable work, not block it.
So how do you fix that?
You need to do a proper user experience, a UX assessment, before you roll it out widely, talk to the users,
Makes sense.
and automate things, approvals, access grants, implement just-in-time JIT access.
JIT, explain that quickly.
Right. JIT means access is granted only for a specific task for a limited time, then poof, it's revoked automatically. Reduces friction massively.
Yeah.
And use risk-based policies. Be smart about restrictions. Don't just lock everything down excessively. JIT is really, really key here for balancing security and getting work done.
Got it.
Okay.
Pitfall number 5, and this one feels interconnected, not integrating with existing security infrastructure.
Huge. Yeah, PAM can't be a silo.
Right. It has to talk to everything else. Your identity management, your SIAM for alerts, your IT service management for workflows, your DevOps tools.
All of it.
If it doesn't, you get these huge security gaps. Things become inefficient. It's like, I don't know, different limbs of the same body not coordinating.
That's a good analogy. And that lack of coordination, that's where you get a fragmented, messy security posture. Trying to detect threats or respond automatically becomes a nightmare.
So fix this.
Identify those key systems PAM needs to talk to. Use APIs, use the connectors vendors provide to make it seamless, and this is important. Test those integrations regularly. Don't just set it and forget it. You need that holistic view.
Okay, halfway through. Number 6 is one that I think is getting more attention now, maybe. Underestimating non-human identities.
Oh, absolutely.
The bots, the service account.
Yeah. If your PAM only focuses on people and you ignore all those machine identities, you're leaving massive attack vectors wide open, right?
Yeah.
That's where the crafty attackers sneak in.
It's so true. That attack surface from automation, machine-to-machine stuff, it's just exploding. And honestly, many places just don't have a good handle on these non-human identities.
So they're invisible risks.
Often, yes. And failing to secure them can give attackers really persistent, hard-to-detect access. So step 1, discover and inventory all of them. Then you need credential rotation, least privilege, monitoring specifically for these accounts.
And for DevOps.
Automated secrets management,
Right.
Absolutely critical. Those pipelines are often swimming in privileges.
Right. Okay, next up, number 7, lack of privilege discovery.
You can't protect what you don't know you have. Exactly. If you don't do a thorough, ongoing check of what privileges exist where, then those risks are just out there. Unknown, unmanaged. It's like trying to secure a building without knowing all the doors and windows.
And the question is, how many organizations really know every single privileged account on their network? Especially the hidden ones.
Probably fewer than think they do.
Probably. So the source stresses continuous visibility. You need regular discovery scans, find those hidden excessive privileges. You need ongoing monitoring, alerts on privileged sessions. And you need to actually review the logs for weird stuff, for policy violations. Make the invisible visible constantly.
Constantly. Okay, number 8. Weak enforcement and over-reliance on credential vaulting.
The vault is enough fallacy.
Right. So many people think, okay, we put the passwords in the secure vault, job done. But the document says that's not enough. If you're not actively enforcing things like just-in-time access, least privilege, session monitoring, those accounts are still risky.
Precisely. It's the difference between having a really strong safe for your keys and actively managing who gets a key, when, and what they can do with it.
Good way to put it.
The vault is foundational, yes, it's step 1, but true security. That comes from active management, enforcement policies.
So what does that look like?
Implement JIT to kill off those standing, always-on privileges. A mandate multi-factor authentication MFA for all privileged access, not just some, all.
No exceptions.
No exceptions. And enforce session recordings, session analytics, especially for the really high-risk actions. It's about comprehensive control, not just storage.
Got it. Almost there. Number 9 is about looking ahead, failure to plan for scalability.
Thinking about the future, yes.
If your PAM solution can't grow with you, especially with cloud, hybrid environments, DevOps needs, it's going to become obsolete fast.
Right.
Then you've got downtime, new security gaps, basically technical debt.
Massive technical debt. The IT landscape today is just so dynamic. Cloud adoption, containers, serverless, it changes constantly. A static PAM solution just won't cut it. It will fail to keep up.
So future-proofing is key.
Absolutely. Choose a solution that's built for hybrid, for multi-cloud. Plan for growth with a scalable architecture right from the start. And remember to keep reviewing and tweaking your PAM policies as the business itself changes and grows.
Right. It's not static. Okay, last one. Number 10. No incident response plan for PAM.
This is the what if it all goes wrong scenario.
Exactly. Puts you right in that high-pressure situation.
Yeah.
If you haven't tested, how to get access back securely during an outage, or worse, a cyber attack, your PAM system could actually lock you out when you need access the most.
It becomes an operational nightmare, and this ties right back to business continuity. It's not just a security issue.
So it's about recovery.
Resilience and recovery. Security isn't just prevention. You have to be able to recover, especially critical access pathways. So, the fix. Establish and test break glass procedures. Emergency access protocols. How do you get in securely when the normal ways are broken? Automate that emergency access with JIT if possible. And crucially, run regular incident response drills that specifically include your PAM system. Practice makes perfect, especially under pressure.
Wow. Okay, that was quite the deep dive. 10 really critical warning signs for PAM implementation. From setting clear goals and getting buy-in right through to non-human identities, scalability, and that crucial incident response plan. It feels like understanding these is really the first most vital step.
It really is. It highlights how proactive you need to be in cybersecurity.
Definitely. So that really brings up a key question for everyone listening, doesn't it?
It does. After hearing all this, which of these warning signs might be, quietly lurking in your own organization? And maybe more importantly, where could you start, perhaps even this week, to proactively address them?
Again, just to echo the source material here, it says, addressing these 10 warning signs early will ensure your PAM implementation is secure, scalable, and aligned with business needs.
That's the goal.
Absolutely. So definitely something to think about. What does that alignment look like in your context? What's your priority? Keep digging, stay secure, and join us next time for another deep dive.